Okay, so good afternoon to whoever's watching right now. I'm going to be honest with you. I've never really been the biggest fan of Lil Wayne. However, I don't necessarily disagree with what he has supposedly done right now. Now, if we all can admit, Lil Wayne has seemed to be very out of it the last few years to the point that he seems like a walking zombie. And that's not an impossibility given that he's from New Orleans in Louisiana, things of that nature. However, I'm pretty sure everybody's seen a video of the woman saying she was kicked out by Lil Wayne. If not, here it is right here. First, this is the post. Breaking up with someone on Mother's Day is diabolical. Prayers up, though. God always pulls me through, walking with faith. Now, I didn't know who this woman was at first. I didn't know Lil Wayne was dating anybody. Again, he barely seems coherent or conscious most of the time when I hear him talk. And that's unfortunate because of all of the misuse that he has done over the years and people misusing him. He's a full-grown adult, almost 40, so you can't make excuses for him. But when he was a kid, he was not given the right tools to be a healthy adult, it seems like most of the time.
Okay, so for everyone DMing me about my story I posted, yeah, this is actually a fact. Wayne literally kicked me and my daughter out on Mother's Day today, and I am just recovering from surgery. I am 5 weeks out from a full mommy makeover. I can't even lift boxes. What this man has his assistant.
Y'all hear that? Now, supposedly this woman is a model, but she just had a full mommy makeover. I believe she's a plus size model. I looked at some of her pictures. I don't see the appeal personally, but you know, that's what she is. But I find it interesting that a plus size model got a full mommy makeover instead of just going to the gym. I don't get it personally.
Coming to help kick us out today, like, and broke up with me on Mother's Day through text, and her birthday's next weekend, and I leave to New York this week for all the Sports Illustrated press. Like, when I tell you that I am absolutely unsure on how to even process my emotions, like, if y'all got lawyer recommendations, please send them, because you know. So yeah, I know he has 2 girls being flown in today, and who knows how many plethora of girls he has. I've been nothing but supportive to this man, loved him till the end of the fucking world, but like, you literally flew me, uprooted me from New York City where I was living and brought me here for this bullshit. Like, that's crazy, you guys.
But yet she went. So, you know, that's personal accountability she's not taking. I mean, she knew who Wayne was. She knew what his reputation was. And let's be real here. I never heard of Lil Wayne being faithful. I heard Lil Wayne taking a lot of women to be his girlfriends and also harming them in some cases with a woman named Kim. But I'll get into her a little bit later.
Like, these men really be taking advantage. And it's not just the emotional abuse. Like, this man has actually laid a fucking hand on me. Like, nah. And I took it, you know what's crazy is they always say, like, we're so stupid for love, and I thought it was like a mistake. But like, I know other women he's put his hands on. And
so if you knew other women that he put his hands on and he put his hands on you, why did you stay until he kicked you out right now? So you only had a problem with it when you're not able to benefit off the Lil Wayne name and money, apparently.
Today, it's okay. We're about to go back to the house that we live in together with my fucking daughter.
And the daughter looks like she has an attitude problem and looks a little spoiled, if you want to be honest with you.
And we're going to see what really goes down, because this is absolutely crazy and a new low even for him.
Now, from my understanding of the situation, that girl is not his daughter. So he really owes that little girl no loyalty. Now, supposing they've been together for almost 5 or 6 years. Were they exclusive? I doubt it, because I could have swore I heard rumors around Lil Wayne being with other women around that time frame, right? So, again, she knew who she was. She knew who she was, what she was. It seemed like she was okay with being a side chick until she became a main chick, and then he just got tired of her. I really do feel like it's one of these situations that maybe, and this could be me just being optimistic, but maybe Lil Wayne is starting to wake up. He's starting to become sober. He's starting to make better business decisions. Outside the whole entire music thing, like the whole entire Young Money or Cash Money, I think it's Young Money agency that he has, that he signed Travis Hunter with. And speaking of Travis Hunter, he may want to keep an extra eye on his girlfriend, because you saw how she reacted whenever she saw Lil Wayne in person. She almost had like a panic attack with excitement. But back to her, this woman, I think is Dominican, I want to say. She knew what it was. She knew what it was, and she was okay with what it was. She was okay with setting that example to her daughter. So her daughter she looks to be about 18 years old, and they've been together for about 5-ish years. So from 13 or 12 up until now, her daughter saw her mother be a side chick. Her daughter saw her mother be harmed. Her daughter saw all this toxicity, apparently, that now she wants to expose. So now her daughter is going to do the exact same habits, if not worse, because men like exotic women, so she'll have more opportunities than her mom did, most likely. Speaking of her mom, let's go ahead and take a look at her social right quick. So I really didn't know who she was. I've never seen her before. So I went ahead and looked. Born in June 13th of 1986. Her mother is Puerto Rican and her father is of descent of Kuwait. I don't know what that means. Because that's very broad. You could be a descendant of Kuwait from your great grandfather. So what is her father? What is her father? I don't know. But let's just say she was Puerto Rican. Okay, that's what I thought. Let's see. She was a makeup artist. She was on a few TV shows, Target, Old Navy, Fashion, etc. A documentary from 2016. Personal life. Named Johnson and Adams. Joshua Adams. Joshua Adams sounds like a Caucasian name, and her daughter looks very mixed. So I don't know. I could be doing a wrong assumption there. But this is me when I went to her story earlier, because I wanted to see if there was any updates on it. And let's see what she has to say here.
I always say there's no wrong way to be a woman. We're gonna make mistakes, we're gonna go up, we're gonna be great, we're gonna suck. Like it's empowering, because you'll make it through. I started a movement of like almost 10 years ago, which is crazy. And
I don't want to keep playing that because, music and everything. So I don't want to get copyrighted. I don't know if that's copyright-free music, but when I watched it earlier, it was pretty much heard as being body positive for the most part. But again, she's just said she had a mommy makeover, so it seems kind of fake. I mean, she's not an ugly one, but I've seen Wayne be with better looking women. And that's her daughter right there. And when I said her daughter kind of looked like a little bit of a brat. Her daughter don't have that much of a social media presence, but nothing on here gives humble, hardworking, and appreciative, if I put it that way. Anyways, yeah. That's it for that. Now, I did mention this woman named Kim. So if you remember, 5 years ago, Lil Wayne had or let's call him Wayne at this point. He's 40 for the most part. Wayne had a allegation very similar to this with this woman named Kim. Kim was relatively unknown, though. She was supposedly a bodybuilder. I remember when the story came out, because this woman named Kim, a blonde-haired, blue-eyed Caucasian woman, said that she was going to do a tell-all book about Lil Wayne and the things he did, how he mistreated her, the escapades. He was going to do a tell-all book, all right? The book never happened. So I did follow her Instagram for the longest time, and nothing came of it. I'm not sure she settled to make sure the book never saw a light of day, but she did put out a lot of pictures. And let me get this. Now, supposedly a picture of Lil Wayne in the hotel room together. Okay. I'll let you guys read it. I'll leave it there for a second. But supposedly around the same time frame, been together for 5 years. I guess Lil Wayne has a thing for women with 5 years and is leaving them. Same thing I was mentioning before, the 4-year process, and she's getting a timeline of the details they had within that post of their relationship, or a brief detail of it. Now, again, she was talking about that book very heavily. Actually, move this to the side, see it. And then all of a sudden, she just went ghost. And then she had these pictures right here. You never know what these pictures are of. That could be makeup. And she had more pictures there. Now, Kim used to be a very overweight woman, and then she lost weight, and then she became a bodybuilder, and somehow Lil Wayne and her met. And that was his, for the longest time. And apparently Lil Wayne, like Shannon Sharp, has a preference for Caucasian women. He doesn't like them black. And, that's fine. Everybody has their own preference. But I just find it very interesting for him to be that picky, and his preference always keeps wanting to get him arrested. I guess he went from white to Puerto Rican thinking it would be better, but I don't know. There's nothing worse than a woman that has been scorned. And a scorned woman would burn your whole entire life down. Now, with this woman right here, almost 1 million followers on Instagram. She's been in Sports Illustrated, modeling gigs on TV shows, etc. She may have a better opportunity of getting her story out there compared to others because it went everywhere. I still remember when Kim's story came out that a lot of people talked about it back then too. But we'll see what happens. This is starting to become a pattern at this point. Being with a woman for a good amount of time, side chick, main chick, whatever you want to tell them, playing whatever mind games with them, 5 years, and they want to go away. But I really do think in this particular situation, I really do feel like it was just Lil Wayne starting to wake up. Lil Wayne is this, in my hope, because I want this for all men. I want all men just to, wake up, realize how much money you're spending, and doing an inventory on your life. Maybe he had a friend or a manager that has looked, it's like, hey, Wayne, this woman, her daughter, they were trying to do an 18th birthday party, and she wanted to book something for $200,000, etc., etc. And then Wayne was probably like, what? No, man, we can't do this, and get her out of here. Things like that. You never know. But you guys tell me what you think. I don't see this woman really being with Wayne because she actually loves Wayne. I think she saw it as a lick for the most part because, let's be real here, Wayne for the longest time was literally a walking zombie. She probably just had to make sure he didn't die, and she got to do whatever she wanted to with his house, with his funds, with his name and reputation. And now that's over with because he's actually going out, making business moves, trying to get back out there. He's taking an inventory of the people that's in his life that's trying to use him. He's like, you know what? I don't need this. I don't want this. I can do better. You got to go. Again, I hope that for all people, it doesn't matter what you're going through, what you've been through. You got to wake up eventually, get that inventory done, and then clean up your life. So, again, like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you guys have a great day. Thank you.